So I just competed in a natural bodybuilding show, but what happens now? Well, now it's time for the reverse, which is, in my opinion, the most difficult part of competing. Before we jump into it, if you have a history of disordered eating habits, it's probably best to just skip the video. So my body is completely destroyed after restricting my food intake, over-exercising, and peaking for the stage. For some, this can take 6 months to a year to fully recover from. Not only this, but competing takes a toll on competitors mentally, and this is why bodybuilding gets a bad rap from competitors who weren't adequately warned, screened, coached, or just generally ready to take on a show prep. Most typically, competitors will regain all the body fat lost during a prep and even overshoot their starting point as their body recovers. You can imagine after prioritizing getting lean how this would mess with a competitor mentally. And it's a big reason why most don't talk or post about their reverse after a show. So I figured I'd go over some of my ideologies going into my reverse to hopefully shine some light on this part of the sport from my lens, because I think it's fairly unique. But just to note, this isn't general advice. Everyone handles their reverse differently, and you should be working with a coach on this. Pillar 1, mental. All I've thought about for the past 5 months was this show. You need to be in a very narrow and focused headspace to be successful at such an extreme endeavor. So if I were to sum it up, my main priority in this reverse mentally is to decentralize my self-value. This means as my body heals and goes through these rapid changes, I'll be focusing on strength in the gym, which will definitely be improving, my hormonal and sleep health, which will also be improving, and just generally feeling more like myself. It was fun being an athlete on prep, but before I'm a bodybuilder, I'm a student, exercise physiologist, coach, partner, educator, and friend. Bodybuilding always interested me because it taught me about the value of routine and discipline. So these are qualities that I want to take into other aspects of my life. Pillar 2, training. I'll run through this super quick. I'm still training and no one can separate me from doing curls twice a week, but I will be dropping my frequency. I'll also be getting back into other modalities of exercise while I recover and take some time off of just doing bodybuilding exercises so I can explore human movement in general and spend more time training with others, which is what I really enjoy doing. Pillar 3 is nutrition. Now this is by far the most important. There are 2 camps here normally. First, you either slowly reverse by reintroducing very minimal amounts of food every single week. This is very meticulous. The other camp is to take a more aggressive approach and get up to eating enough food to support your body as soon as possible and let it recover faster, at the caveat that in the short term, you'll most likely gain more body fat. For me, just like how I use tools like calorie and macro tracking to help me get super physiologically lean, I'll be using other tools to help me reverse. I'll have to continue these tracking practices for now, but long term, the goal is to regain an understanding of my body's hunger and fullness cues, and I'm giving myself ample room to enjoy food again and recover quickly so I can tend to my other obligations. Overall, my longevity in the sport and training in general are the main priority, not keeping the look others expect a pro bodybuilder to have. Following through with this plan and improving over the next 2 years is step 1 before I decide to do another comp prep. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop posting. You will definitely see some new recipes, some new educational reels, and I'm super excited to get back to my normal schedule.